the big thing is moisture. So the second biggest thing would be sun, and then the third thing would be misinstallation or no maintenance. And those are two separate things, but I put them in one category. So moisture, if you have wood siding, moisture tears up wood siding. It's terrible on it. I mean, when I say wood siding, there's real wood siding like they made in the 1930s and stuff like that, where it was actually lumber or logs split and that type of thing. But the most modern wood siding is the pressed board panels. It's a particle board type material with an outside skin, and the moisture is the enemy of that siding. And it's that, like the actual surface of the material, it's incredibly durable to the moisture. You could literally turn it upside down like this and leave water sit on it for years, and it won't affect it. But on the edges of that siding, that is the weak spot. And they are so weak that siding that is 12 to 18 inches off the ground, but this edge down here is the side that gets the humidity that rises from the ground. It will literally just absorb the moisture from that, plus whatever rain that lips down and lips under and starts to suck up into it. And you can go around wood-sided houses that are from the 1970s, 80s, and even 90s right now. Well, hell, even 2000s. And you can see how the edge of the siding is starting to perforate. It's starting to expand a little or bubble, and it's not a true edge. And that is the weakest part of the siding, is the edge of the siding. And so moisture is the enemy of that. And then sun is also the enemy of that. The sun leaches the paint off of it. You'll go see houses where they painted it 3 years ago, and people will say, that painter did a terrible job, or he must have used cheap paint, or da-da-da-da. No, it's a chemical reaction from the sun hitting that siding and leaching the paint, or leaching through the paint to the outside. And you can paint it, and in 2 more years, it's going to do it again. And that's just because the sun is affecting that material. And then the installation / maintenance, the installation is when they build new houses. This sounds terrible, but it's a whole different day than when in the old days they used to build homes to live in. Now they build homes to sell, and they do them as fast as they can and as inexpensive as they can to make their profit as much as they can. And so they just throw and go, and it's incredible how fast they can side a house and boom, boom, boom. And so if they didn't cut this right, or they didn't do this, or this isn't properly flashed, it's going to be years before that homeowner notices that problem. And so they don't worry about fixing it, because the builder only has to give a 1-year warranty. And then after that, it's on the homeowner. Well, so they don't care. And so they'll misinstall things, they'll do things poorly and half-assed and all that stuff. And it comes back to bite the homeowner later, 4, 5, 6 years later. And then maintenance, that's on us. That's on the homeowner. Homeowners are lazy. I know. I'm one. So, and we don't want to go out and paint. We don't want to go out and do this. I don't want to go out and putty. I don't want to do any, caulking or stuff like that. There's far more fun things to do than that stuff. And so instead of being proactive, we're reactive. And what happens is something that could have been a simple fix at one time now has festered for a year or two, and it's a far more costly thing. And so because we're like that, and again, myself included, they've come up with things like vinyl siding and hardy siding so that you can put it up and you don't have to deal with it. It's no longer an issue for you.